Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. All right, folks, get ready because the NFL landscape is shifting, and at the center of this new wave of change are the San Francisco 49ers. Right now, there's a buzz swirling around the potential acquisition of Malcolm Koonce from the Las Vegas Raiders. And if it happens, it could be a game changer for the Niners' defense, especially their pass rush. I know it's a lot to take in, but trust me, this move could be the spark that propels San Francisco into even higher territory, possibly making a real push for Super Bowl LXI. Now let's set the scene. The Raiders, sitting at 210, are deep in a rebuild mode. Rumors suggest that they're willing to move some assets, especially given their current cap situation. About $25 million in cap space, and a full rebuild on the horizon after Max Crosby's holdout rumors. With that in mind, sources whisper that the Raiders might be open to trading Malcolm Koonce, a rising star at the edge position, in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2026 draft. This isn't just any trade talk. It's about a team that's trying to rebuild from the ground up, and the 49ers, sitting comfortably at 8-4 and eyeing another playoff run, might see this as a golden opportunity to bolster their front seven. Now, why Koonce? Well, for starters, Malcolm Koonce has been making waves since he was drafted in 2021. Over his 5-year career, he's shown flashes of brilliance, accumulating 120 solo tackles, 60 assists, and a solid 28 sacks. His pressure rate is impressive, with 250 pressures over that span, and he's forced 8 fumbles. His PFF grade hovers around 85.6, which is quite high for a young pass rusher still developing. Last season, Koonce played in 11 games, racking up 9 sacks along with 55 sack yards, and maintained his consistency with a PFF grade of 86.5. His run-stop percentage is around 32%, and he's shown durability without any major injuries in 2025. What makes Koonce so intriguing for the 49ers? Well, aside from his stats, it's his explosiveness. He's been compared to a comet streaking through the line, constantly creating pressure and disrupting plays. His rise parallels that of Max Crosby, who broke out in 2024, so there's a feeling that Koonce could be on a similar trajectory if given the right environment, like the 49ers' defensive system, which has historically been a haven for young pass rushers to thrive. With Bosa coming back from his ACL injury and Warner dealing with an ankle issue, adding depth at the edge spot makes perfect sense. It's about creating a rotation that keeps the front fresh and relentless. Now, the Raiders' possible motivation to let Koonce go is tied to their cap situation and draft priorities. With a looming extension for Bowers, they might be looking at their roster and realizing they need to prioritize offensive line and wide receiver positions. Even though they have a promising edge rusher in Koonce, they might see this as a chance to recoup a third-round pick and focus on rebuilding their core. Plus, losing Koonce wouldn't be as impactful as losing a veteran like Crosby, but it's still a blow for their pass rush efficiency. The stats show that after losing Khalil Mack, the Chargers experienced a drop in sacks and pressures, and the Raiders could be facing a similar dip if they trade away Koonce. For the 49ers, this potential acquisition is like hitting the jackpot. Bringing in Koonce would significantly bolster their pass rush, especially given their current injuries. With Bosa's ACL injury, the team has been relying heavily on others to step up, and Koonce's addition could help bridge that gap. Imagine a rotation featuring him, Gross Matos, and others. This would create a relentless front that opponents would struggle to block. If we project his stats into the 49ers system, we could see a jump to around 18 total sacks for the season, up from the current 40, which would be a massive boost. His pressure rate could increase EPA per pass, and his presence alone might cause mismatches on the offensive line, opening up opportunities for other pass rushers and linebackers. And don't forget how this impacts the entire defense. The 49ers have already been playing at a high level, but with Koonce's added burst, they could tighten up their run stopping, raising their run-stop percentage and reducing the points allowed. With Bosa back, the defense could see a 12% increase in third down stops, which is huge in crunch time, especially in playoff scenarios. The team's ability to generate pressure on key downs is often the difference between winning and losing in the postseason, and Koonce's potential addition could be the X factor. Let's take a moment here, pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now looking at the bigger picture, this move isn't just about one player. It's about what the 49ers are building for the future, especially with the Super Bowl in their sights. Koonce's emergence and potential addition could be the catalyst for a dominant era on defense, one that echoes the success they've had in recent seasons, but with even more firepower. If he joins the team, it's not just about immediate impact. It's about setting up a long-term presence that keeps the team competitive for years to come. The 49ers have a history of being aggressive in bolstering their roster, especially in the front seven. With the offseason already showing signs of strategic planning, like extending Bosa and drafting young talent, they're clearly aiming for sustained excellence. Adding Koonce would align perfectly with that philosophy. It would also send a message to other contenders that San Francisco is all in, ready to push all chips to the center of the table for another Super Bowl run. And what about the fans? Well, you know how passionate we all are about this team. Watching a young, explosive pass rusher like Koonce develop into a key piece would be exciting. It's the kind of move that energizes the locker room, excites the fan base, and increases the team's chances of hoisting Lombardi Trophy number 7. Plus, the NFC West is tough, but with strengthened pass rushes and a solid defense, the 49ers could solidify their dominance and make a statement in the playoffs. The potential is there, and it's just a matter of whether the front office pulls the trigger. In conclusion, this trade rumor, although still speculative, makes a lot of sense when you look at the current team dynamics, the strategic needs, and the long-term goals. Malcolm Koonce is young, talented, and hungry, and if he finds a home in San Francisco, the impact could be felt immediately. The 49ers are always looking for ways to elevate their game, and acquiring a player like Koonce would be a bold step in that direction, one that could pay off big time in the postseason. Fans, keep an eye on this story because it might just be the move that propels the 49ers to yet another Super Bowl appearance or even victory. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news.